Kobe Bryant's mentality became legendary, but what was he really like to play with, compete against, and work with behind the scenes? Shaquille O'Neal, Shane Battier, and longtime Lakers trainer Gary Vitti each saw a different side of Kobe, and their stories reveal what made him different.
Like, what was your favorite stop?
My favorite stop would probably be LA, because I had another guy with me that was just as crazy as I was.
Nice.
And, you know, a lot of people, like, if you had it all over to do again and have a better relationship, what would you do? The answer is nothing.
Yeah.
I know I drove him crazy, because as a leader, that's what you do. I'm sure there's a lot of guys on your football team that you know they're really good, but you know they can be a whole lot better, so you push them. You push their buttons. Like, I used to tell him he wasn't great. Like, I don't give a fuck what they said about you. This is my fucking team. I'm the man, motherfucker. And you follow suit. And it used to drive him crazy.
Yeah.
It used to drive him crazy. But I know that, like, listen, I know I got to average 20, 30. What you gonna do, you little punk? And he was trying to always outdo me. So once we...
And he's a competitor, so, right.
That's what I'm saying.
You already know he's going to try and answer that bell.
So Phil developed a system. Go to fucking Shaq early, get him involved. If he's not hitting the free throws, Kobe is your show.
Yeah.
And that system fucking worked. And it worked and it worked and it worked. So all the problems y'all thought we had were not really lifestyle, realistic problems. They were workplace, big brother, little brother problems. Like I asked you, Jason, about did you and Travis ever fight? And you told me one story, but I know there's a million fucking stories.
Oh, yeah.
Come on now.
Oh, yeah.
But if you look at the outcome, both of y'all are great. I know you push your little brother Travis to be great. I know he probably wanted to outdo you and beat you up and all that stuff, but it causes greatness. Like, you know, when you're a leader, you either focus on the relationship or you focus on the task. I am focusing on the task. And sometimes when you focus on the task, the relationship may dwindle. My favorite documentaries are looking at these teams and like, holy shit, you thought the Bulls run was perfect?
Yeah,
I didn't know they had to. Like, that was the greatest documentary in my life, because you know what? It made me feel like I was normal. Like, all the shit that I was doing, I was like, Mike did the same shit.
Right.
I'm not crazy.
Yeah. Oh,
thank you, Jordan.
Scotty and Mike.
We all got to be on. You got to
other's
have a
throats.
little crazy in you, man. You just got to have a little
you
crazy
do.
in you. Keep everybody on edge.
You do.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I watched that documentary, and one of the guys I had a lot of respect for, that I'd always thought Phil just got surrounded by great players. I was one of those naive people. And then you watch that documentary, you see how great he was at getting the best out of all of the players and the personalities. And like
I always used to go to Phil, like, hey man, you better get this little motherfucker. And he's like, no, seriously, I'm like, you better get him. And Phil was like, no. I'm like, why? It's like, I always want him to have that aggression. And Phil was one of those smooth talk guys, never raised his voice. Like, the way he explained it, he's like, if we take his aggression away, we'll ruin him. And you're going to need him down the stretch. Just work through it. No, so I'm when I was leaving, I was like, this motherfucker just mind fucked me. But I'm like, it worked. No, seriously, because I used to go in his office and be like, Phil, you better get this motherfucker.
You got to handle this shit.
I'm letting you know
going
right
to handle it in a different way.
And he was like, no, I'm never taking this aggression away. Yeah. Michael had that same aggression. I see something in the kid. Y'all got to work it out.
That's so cool, man.
He, treated us like men. Like, if you go back to those days, like, Phil never had really much to say about our so-called problems. Like, he said, no, I'm not going to take his aggression away. Let him, I'll hone him in every now and then, like, hey, do that, but you're going to need this kid down the stretch.
I love it.
The first finals, I'm playing great. I'm averaging 40, but it was one game I fouled out. I'm like, fuck. And the fucking kid looks at me and he goes like this. And I said, what? He was like, I got you, Diesel. Watch this. And the motherfucker took over the game. And he actually helped us regain momentum for this. And then the next thing, we both did our thing, and we was able to win our first one. But if he don't go off in that game, I may not be able to get that first one. So I needed him. We used each other. We drove each other crazy. But, I have a little brother, and I do the same thing with my little brother. And then when you told me that story, Jason, it made me feel normal. I was like, you know what? A lot of people outside of this thing of ours that don't understand. You understand the language, your brother understands the language, and Kobe understood the language. So, they always ask me, what would you do different? Nothing. Nothing at all.
Oh, yeah.
I am getting fucking goosebumps right now.
He's a real one, man.
Yeah, man. It's unbelievable.
You just got such a good way of describing it, man. It's fucking, it fires me the fuck up, man.
Thank you.
You were known as the Kobe stopper for a couple
I never said
years.
that. I never said that. Those are not my words. Let's be clear.
The fan narrative. The fan narrative. The hand in the face.
The hand in the face is the most famous picture.
You were one of the best at taking Kobe. There was obviously a difference in the generational type of how the fan sees Kobe and LeBron.
Yep.
And how the players see Kobe and LeBron.
Yep.
Because if you talk to fans, and again, this is fan narrative, a lot of people will say, you have MJ, LeBron, 1, 2. And then,
Are you trying to get these Kobe stands on me, man? Are you trying to get me to say something where I got to deal with all these people on social media about Kobe?
But you have the players, and every player, tons of players, from a real player perspective,
He was asking me last night,
the amount of respect for Kobe.
Yeah.
There is a different amount of respect for Kobe from the people that play the game than it is from a fan perspective. And what's that difference? Why do the players what was it about Kobe?
Well, first of all, Kobe and LeBron were the two toughest guys I had to guard. I caught them at different times in their career. But first of all, look, when Kobe was young, the game plans were to stop Shaq. That's what everyone forgets. Shaq was the most dominant force when I played, from 2001, 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
Every game plan was, okay, we're going to trap Shaq on the catch, on the bounce, and then, hey, good luck with Kobe.
Right.
So you're out there guarding this monster, when everyone else is focused on stopping Shaq. So Kobe just could do whatever he wants.
Right.
Or I think Kobe got a lot of respect after that. He wanted to prove that he can win without Shaq.
Right.
And that Laker team was so dominant, and they were so hard to guard. And so when Shaq, goes on, and so it was Kobe's team, and obviously he had Bynum and Powell and LO and those guys, and they were a monster. But he wanted to prove that he was the dude. And so what made Kobe special was his mentality.
Was he maniacal?
He was maniacal. He was a maniac.
I would think so.
Look, I wasn't very athletic, but I thought I was smarter than every player I played against. And I thought I could outthink every player. There was one guy who I never thought I could outthink. That was Kobe.
Really?
Yeah. Just because he thought the game the way I thought the game, and his confidence was above the roof. So I knew you weren't going to be able to stop Kobe, but in playing him was to be the human yellow light. I just wanted to slow him down enough to where he single-handedly didn't win games for his team. And I did that by just trying to make him take a lot of shots, make a lot of tough shots, and that's where the hand in the face came from. Everyone thought oh man, the hand in the face defense, it didn't work against Kobe, and people misunderstood why I did that.
It worked to a degree for sure.
And the single worst shot in any player's arsenal is the jump shot off the dribble. All right, so for those who don't know basketball, is much easier and the percentages are much higher if you just catch the ball and shoot it versus catch the ball and dribble once. If you dribble once, you lose 20% on your shooting percentages. Okay?
Really?
Yes. The split is that great.
I would think the leverage of getting the energy to bounce from the shot.
It's a hard shot, and no one knows that. Okay. But I knew that because I knew the math behind every shot in basketball. And so even as great as Kobe was, he was much better when he caught the ball and shot it versus when he dribbled once and shot it. So my goal was to make him dribble once. And so I also knew that he had a huge ego. And the more that people said, the hand in the face really affects him, he would go out of his way to show everybody that the hand in the face, it doesn't affect me. My muscle memory is superior. My game is superior to Shane's defense. What is the only way to prove that the hand in the face doesn't work? Is to take
the dribble and get
the dribble jump shot. So I was perfectly fine with him doing his worst shot, trying to prove me wrong and trying to prove the world wrong. And in the end, the percentages, they were what they were. Did he have big games? Absolutely. Absolutely. But if you look at over the course of our career, the numbers always went to their average.
You were okay living with that?
So I was fine with that.
Right.
Again, I was talking to my brother over here before this, you got to forget the narrative, man. Like, if you worry about what other people think, especially in basketball, but in life, and you're reading your social and likes and all that crap, you ain't gonna make it. And so I was perfectly fine saying, "Oh man, Kobe's destroying you. He had 60 on you. He had 50 on you." And he did. But then when he has a game where he goes 5 for 20, no one's talking.
Before we get out of here, I want to touch on just Kobe's mental last thing, tearing his Achilles, and he tore it. And leading up to it, he was playing an insane amount of minutes. Last 5 games leading up to it, he's playing nearly 46 minutes. I know you're over there probably biting your fingernails while it's going on. He tears it. Did he tell you just tape it up?
Yeah.
Talk to us about that time where he tears it, goes off the court.
That story? Yeah.
I heard it. I didn't know if it was an urban legend or not.
No,
he goes out there and shoots his free throws.
No, there's even a little bit more complex than that. So you, as an athletic trainer, somebody that does like the kinds of things that we do, if you see the injury, if you see it, you pretty much have a clue anyway. And so I saw it. And the way he kind of grabbed it and that kind of thing, it's like, shit, and his age, And so I'm walking out there, trotting out there, and I pretty much think that he tore his Achilles. And so I get out there and I go, what's going on? He goes, and he said the exact same thing that they all say. I thought somebody kicked me in the back of my leg, and I turned around, there was nobody there. If you ever hear anybody say that, 100%, they just ruptured their Achilles tendon. So I said to him, well, it sounds like it's an Achilles tendon. I didn't say rupture, because there's could be different degrees. But I said, it sounds like it's an Achilles tendon. He goes, yeah. He goes, I think it is. He goes, I reached back there and tried to pull it down.
Oh, because it went up.
Well, no, it doesn't work that way. It might feel that way, but that's not how, he said, I've never heard that before, and I've had other players. Right. I've even had players that have torn both of them. Like you tore your right one. Once they fix that one, you're probably never going to tear that again. That's going to be something better than what you were born with. Okay, you end up tearing the other one. I've never heard that before. I'm like it doesn't roll up. No. Okay. So my exact words to him, I go. Doesn't work that way. He goes, yeah, I didn't think so. He says, and then he said to me, he goes, yeah, I tried to walk on my heel to see if I could run on my heel and finish the game. We were trying to get in the playoffs, right? Dude, you just ruptured your Achilles, you know what I mean? I go, it doesn't work that way either. He goes, no, I know, I couldn't do it. So he's trying to run on his heel, you know what I mean? So then that's when he says to me, well, can we just go back in the locker room? You tape it up and I can finish the game.
You wanted to finish the game.
I said, it doesn't work like that either. I said, but here's how it works. You were fouled. It's 2 free throws coming. You already tore your Achilles. It's like, you're not going to tear it shooting a free throw. You'll make it worse. You're not going to tear the other one shooting a free throw. So I'll let you shoot the free throws if you want to shoot the free throws. Because if you don't shoot them, they're going to pick the worst, I said, and then after you shoot the free throws, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. This is how you handle this. I know from 30 plus years. Soon as you shoot the second free throw, make or miss, we're going to foul. Dead ball. Well, that's when we'll get you out of the game. I'm telling you, I'm going to tell the official, and I'm going to tell Mark, okay? Jackson was coaching Golden State. So I got the official, I got Mark. I said, listen, I think he ruptured his Achilles tendon. I'm going to let him shoot the free throws. Make or miss, we're going to foul somebody, and until we get him out of the game. So everybody knows what's happening, okay? So there's cooperation with the other team, the officials, right? Okay. What I didn't count on, now all this takes place on the other end of the floor, the Warriors end of the floor. Bench, and so now we went from a 20-second timeout to a full timeout, okay? So Byron's back there talking to the rest of the team, okay? And I got to go back there and tell him what we're going to do, okay? Kobe walks all the way down to the other end because we're right in front of the free throw line. He just had to stand there and wait there for us, right? He decides to walk all the way back to our bench. For what reason? Okay. On his own power with a ruptured Achilles. Okay. And then the timeout's over, and now he walks all the way back. Okay, which he didn't have, to do if he didn't go there in the first place. And so he shoots the 2 free throws, and now I go back out there and meet him. He's walking towards me. And so now we got to go all the way back to the locker room. And so I say to him, I can get you a chair. And he looks down at me and he says, fuck Paul Pierce. That's for you. Okay. Because you remember in 2008,
he had the boo-boo.
Okay. He got the boo-boo. And he took him off on a wheelchair.
And he came back.
And then he came back and kicked our ass. All right. Okay. Think of the mentality.
Sicko.
Okay.
Sicko.
You just rupture your Achilles and you're sending a message to Paul. Fuck Paul. Who cares about Paul Pierce at this point, right?
Crazy.
So now we get back to the locker room and he's been pretty reserved. And then everybody starts ducking because he's picking up Gatorade bottles and he's flinging them all over the place. There's modalities, picking shit up off of, he's throwing things everywhere and we're dodging stuff.
Shaq saw Kobe as a teammate he constantly pushed. Shaq saw Kobe as a teammate he constantly pushed. Shane Battier experienced the challenge of trying to stop him, and Gary Vitti saw the work, pain, and determination behind the scenes. 3 completely different perspectives, but they all tell the same story. Kobe Bryant simply approached the game differently. That's what made the Mamba mentality legendary.